Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video I am going to be drawing a pumpkin. Yes, just a pumpkin. I'm going to be trying to do a still life. I've got a picture of a pumpkin and we're going to try to shade it correctly. So first things first, you got to get the shape of the pumpkin. Now it is a little bit more circular, or ovular. I don't know. It's a little more ovular than this circle is. So we'll go ahead and make this a little wider. Should we make this bigger? Let's make this bigger. We can do this bigger. Actually, let's go ahead and get the bigger razor. We can make this bigger. We might as well. We could do this sideways if I wanted to, but I don't feel like turning the canvas already. Alright. Here we go. Here's our pumpkin shape. Yes, I may regret making it this big once I start shading it, but that is for later me to regret. Alright, let's go ahead and start with just adding some lines to it, making the shape of le pumpkin. We'll get a basic shape of all the little bits down first, then we'll refine and make sure it's like the correct curves. But this is what we have to do first. The top's going to be annoying because you can actually see the top of this pumpkin, and I've always struggled drawing that part of the pumpkin. Also, yes, if you haven't seen this, I've drawn many pumpkins. I draw pumpkins all the time because one of my characters is named Banana Man. He's got a pumpkin on his head. And I've also just drawn pumpkins standalone a lot. I've animated some pumpkins. Never actually posted those, did I? Forgot to do that. But I've drawn lots of pumpkins. So I think I should be able to get this to actually look relatively well, or relatively good. But also, just because you draw something a lot doesn't necessarily mean you're good at it. It's not exactly how it works. Alright, this could be a little curved up more, but I think it's good. I think it's fine. We'll go ahead and put this up here, which that's something I need to do when I draw Banana Man's head a lot more. Is not every single one of these bumps needs to be at the same freaking angle. I always put them at the same angle because of just not thinking about it, but they don't need to be. Now, one thing I never do, actually, is put detail into stems, though. I've never actually done that. Drawn a lot of pumpkins, but I always just draw the stem like this. Basically, kind of just like that a little bit. But today we're actually gonna detail the stem, so that's something new, but I'm gonna kind of just think of it like a branch. For like a tree, so. Alright. We'll worry about connecting it later. It doesn't matter. Alright. I wonder how many times I've said alright. I would put a counter up here, but I did that once with a different word, and I'm never doing that again. That was so goddamn annoying. Never adding a counter of words again. This is not as 3D as I want it to be, but I have no idea what I'm doing, so let's go ahead and start adding some of the bits back here, which I can't actually even see very well. Like, that's where the shadow of the stem is. Alright. I'm drawing this too tall. I literally said when I started that it needed to be squished out more, and I'm like completely disregarding everything that's gonna be over here. Like this stem should be in the center. But this is fine. I guess we're making our own pumpkin. It's going to look different than the one I'm using as a reference. Which is not what I do when I draw still lifes. It's not what you're supposed to do, I don't think. But to be fair, I've had absolutely zero teachings in art, so I don't know what you're supposed to do when drawing still lifes. Alright. Let's go ahead and make this a little better. It looks a little too much like a squash right now, and I don't want that. Alright, let's go ahead and grab Tiny. Erase some of the extra bits. I was avoiding erasing because I do kind of just like to not erase when I can, because I'm lazy. And I used to erase like everything a lot. Like I'd draw a line and be like, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait. I'd just be doing that, and that's annoying as hell. So I don't like to do that. I like to erase the absolute minimum I can now. Which has led me to many problems before, actually, but we're gonna ignore that. It's not a problem if I don't think about it. Alright, what are we doing? Drawing a pumpkin, duh. What else do you think you're doing? God, I want to erase this and start over because it's not the correct angle. But I'm already this far in. I'm not stopping now. Things like this are the situations I was talking about running into problems with not erasing. I don't wanna erase, so I'm not. But I should start over, because this is the complete wrong angle, wrong stem, it's no longer the pumpkin that I'm currently looking at as a reference. So that's fine though. Pumpkins are relatively the same. I mean, they're all like different, but like, how are you gonna think of a pumpkin? It's gonna be like the same. Okay, this is a little fucked up. We're gonna ignore it. And we're gonna continue drawing. Probably should have made this a little closer, but that's fine. Alright, so we're gonna erase all of it, but like the way that I'm fine with erasing all of it. With this thing. Bro, oh, okay, fine. You can be on me. Alright, so we're gonna erase all of it, clean the lines up a little bit, and then start to shade it. And normally when I do a still life, I don't actually erase the sketch, I just use the sketch in the shading. And I still could have done that here, but I didn't want to. Now these areas are actually going to be kind of light, so I'm going to erase them a little more than the other ones. Because I don't think I said, but light's coming from this way. Alright, just put those on the ground. Dang it, now it's in my kneaded eraser. Ah, it's fine. Just flip it upside down. Can't see it? It's not a problem. Should I grab a soft pencil? Why not? I've never used a soft pencil for drawing a still life before. There we go. Here's 2B pencil. Right? This is 2B? Yeah. Okay, what are we doing? Drawing a pumpkin. I'm done looking at that reference. I keep like looking up and like, what am I gonna do now? It's shaded differently. I chose the sun in the same spot, but like, that's about it. I guess I could change the stem then too to something that I'd like a little more, since I'm not drawing this exact thing anymore. Alright, let's go ahead and actually do this. Finish adding these lines, and then we'll go ahead and do the stem. Alright. Looking decent, looking decent. Not looking perfect, not looking horrible, you know? Hence the looking decent. Alright, there we go. There we go. Looks pretty diddly dang darn good. Go ahead and add that in there. Add this in there. Turn this more, because that's kind of what I didn't like, was how straight up that stem was and how thick it was. I want it to be a little thinner. I messed that up a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab Tiny and fix that. Alright. So we'll go ahead and... I think I made it a little too small now. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Doesn't really matter too much. Let's go ahead and just go a little like dibbity bibbity boo. Make these lines a little better, you know. Alright. There we go. Go like that. Go like this. Go like this. And we're just about done with adding the shape. And then we can start the really annoying part, the shading. Alright, yep, we'll pretend like that's like amazing, when I did actually mess it up quite a bit, but we'll just ignore that. We're not gonna ignore it, we're gonna extend this, and then we're just gonna like, I don't know how to explain. We're kind of just gonna remove that a little bit. There we go. Make this a little light, or not lighter, a little less pointed up. There we go, and there's that. And that is gonna need to be erased because this is on the light side. Should we sharpen our pencil? Do you need a sharp pencil? I don't know. I always would sharpen my pencil when I started. Keep it like as sharp as possible. I don't even care about it anymore. Probably because Mr. Froggy broke my sharpener that I always used, and now I don't actually have a sharpener. Alright. I did actually grab one, didn't I? Where the hell is it? There it is. Yeah, this stupid one. It's not special. It's not in the shape of a frog. This one doesn't get a name. Its name is No Name. Stupid No Name pencil sharpener. Not in the shape of a frog. Alright, this isn't nearly sharp enough, but we're going to ignore it because of the fact that I lied. I'm not ignoring it. I lied. Ha. Gotcha. What am I doing? Oh yeah, shading it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start with the dark areas. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Go ahead and just get something very shitty in just so I can make it darker later. Just trying to get the basic shapes of the things where we're going to shade are in. Right, like that. Like that a little bit. There is a shadow from the stem, which we'll go ahead and remember to get that too. But I don't really know how that one's going to turn out, that shadow, but we'll just pretend like it's going to be great. Alright, there's that. It should actually have a little bit more on the bottom. Then like a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Alright, you know, one other thing I didn't really do is I didn't make a huge dip right here, like where the pumpkin should actually dip in. I didn't really do that. We're going to shade this whole stem in really quick, and then we'll worry about shading the actual shadow into it. Alright. Okay, we'll ignore that just for a bit so we can actually work on shading the entire pumpkin. Yay! Should we do a time lapse for this? I think we're going to, because there's going to be nothing for me to say. Time lapse, go. Alrighty, pumpkin. Does it look like a pumpkin? I think it looks like a pumpkin. I think it looks pretty diddly dang darn good. It's not like perfect, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. I did mess up on some areas, but it's pretty good. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. I don't know. Video over. Bye.